Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are going to work on the signatures for this. Well, we're going to be working on two of the signatures for this. We're going to be working on the ones that are going to go on this right here. I did correct my mistake. I took the other backing paper off on both sides, inside and out, and I put another one down, and so that gave me enough to cover up the holes, and then I punched new holes and put eyelets in. So off screen, I went ahead and kind of got some papers cut and ready for the pages, these signatures. So I'm just trying to remember where the front of it is. That's the back, I think. So let me go over here. This is the front. So let's go ahead and just get started right away. So what I've done is, let's see here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put this back piece on here. And so I have cut this at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. Let me get some of this stuff out so I can work with the signature. Just going to set it to the side. I've got so much stuff going on. All right, now I think we can work with it. As long as I remember where everything goes. All right, so for this, I have cut this piece at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 because our paper is, our base page is 6 by 6. So let's see if this is going to work for me. Maybe not. Let's just go ahead and go with this one. So I'm going to put this down. All right. He said the hole punch is trying to get in the way. All right, and so I want to make sure that it's not on the score line on either side, and it's not, so we're good there. Except I need it to come up just a little bit. Come on. Stuff sticks so easy. Oh well, that's just going to have to be a little bit off. I may put something down on that bottom so it's not as obvious. I mean, you guys may not even be able to see that it's off, but I can see it. Okay. So there's that. Now, on our covers here, I want to put a magnet here. So let me go ahead and grab my magnets. I'm just going to grab these, I think. And I need a little piece of score tape. And I'm just going to get a little piece of score tape here. And I'm going to put it right there. And I'm just going to grab one of my little magnets here. And I'm just going to stick it right there like that. Now for that inside piece there, I am going to put a backing paper, and then I'm going to have this. So let's go ahead and glue this down to that white paper first. And this is one of the 4x4 cut-aparts that came with the collection. Okay, and so now we can just glue that down. just like that. And there's that. Okay. Now I do want on the back side of that, I do want to go ahead and put another little white paper here because it can be used as a journaling spot or a photo mat, anything like that. So I'm just going to set that down right there like that. Okay. Now I am not putting the magnet on this front part here. I think I want it like that. No, I think I do want it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And so I've cut a piece of the white cardstock, just a little bit smaller than that actual flap. And so I just want to get it on there. There we go. And so it's got about the same amount all the way around. And now this was one of the 4x6 cut aparts. And I trimmed it down to the size that I needed. And I'm just going to stick this on there like that. Okay. Now for the magnet, for this, I am going to go right here. I'm going to take one of my little magnets and I'm going to drop it on there so that that way I know for sure that it's sticking the right way, that, you know, the positive and negative is in the right place. And I'm just going to take a piece of tape it like that, and then pull that tape backing off, maybe. Okay, and then I'm just going to take and close this on it. And it should have my magnet, and there's my magnet right there. So now all I need to do is just glue that white cardstock on top of it. Okay. I'm just making sure I got it about the same all the way around, and I do. And there we go. So there's our first page. Loving it. Okay, my second page. Let me put this on. So my second page, I had this. How did I have it going? Okay. So I wanted to put this down over here. And so again, I've cut it at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. And I'm just going to glue this down. Yeah, I can see where I'm, look at that paper on that front side. Definitely going to have to put something on the bottom of it. All right, so I wanted this pocket to go right here. And so I've just cut another piece of paper that's a little bit smaller than the pocket. And I'm going to glue this down onto that black first. Just making sure that I try to make sure I have a little bit of space all the way around. And then I think I'm only going to glue it on the two sides. I'm not going to glue right here because I want it more of a tuck. And then I'm just going to put it right there like that. And so now that is a tuck spot. All right. Now over here, I think I'm going to put the flower side up. And again, this is 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. You can make it a little smaller if you wanted to, if you wanted more of a border around it. but I like the little narrow border on it, I believe. I'm just going to put that down. Okay, and so this is my belly band that I have. And so for this, I am going to glue this little strip down on top of it. Trying to get it halfway centered. All right, and now I'm just going to throw it around. I'm just going to glue down these two sides right here. That's cute. And then we will come back in and decorate and all that good stuff. All right, moving on over here. So for this, let's see, I have this here. I want these in here. And I want this right here. Okay, so what I need a magnet first. So I am going to get another magnet. And I'm going to get a piece of my little score tape. And I want my magnet to be, I guess about there is okay. So let's put our magnet on there. And then we can glue this piece down. And that way we can do our little card pull out and we can put a magnet on that. And there we go. Okay. So for this, we can go ahead and put the white paper down on this piece because that's not going to have a magnet. And so I've done the same little scallop edge or rounded edge, whatever, as on the base. Now I'm going to set that in there. And I am going to take another magnet and just drop it like that. And what did I do with my score tape? I'm just going to get a little piece of this tape again. Put that right there. This tape backing has given me the biggest problems with this. All right, make sure I've got this where I would want it. And there we go. All right, so now I can glue this piece down. And there we go. So that's done. And now I just need to glue my piece down on the front. And I think I want it like that. Let me, making sure that lines up. Okay, at first I thought you know what, I think I wanted this on the front. Oh, that was almost close. Almost made a mess. That's the only bad thing whenever I'm going through and I'm just getting everything ready and I'm not actually gluing it down. I forget sometimes what I want to go in a particular spot. Okay, so for this over here, I am going to take this piece and I think it is 4 inches long, because it's the 5 7/8, but I didn't need it to go all the way down because I've got that big pocket. So I'm just going to put this right there. There we go. And then we can go ahead and glue this pocket down now. There's that. And then I am putting this right there on top of that pocket. And that is done. Yep, I like it. Okay, so for our back page on this first signature, I am going to glue this piece down. And I have some scraps left over. We still have a lot of decorating and all to do, so I don't know exactly how much I will have left over. But once I finish decorating and getting everything done, I will make a smaller, like, mini journal. But I don't want to do anything until I'm completely done with this one. All right, so I'm rounding my edges there, because I want to put this on top of here. And so let's just get some glue on that. Okay. And then this one is going to go right here. So we need to scallop these edges. Because it's going to go right there just like that. Okay. And so now I want to take just some plain white, and I want to put it up on this top piece. And I'm going to put one on this back piece as well.
Are you hungry, kitten?
I am, baby.
I brought you food.
All right, let me finish this and I'll be right out.
Hurry up. You know what, Maggie?
Okay, baby.
If you come out before I get in, it's sitting on that wine box in the kitchen.
Okay, thank you, baby.
I love you.
Love you.
I can see your foot.
It's crazy, guys. All right, so now I'm just going to take, and on this little folded piece right here, I'm going to put some glue on it. And I am just going to attach it just like that. And this signature is done. So let's go ahead and put this one in the book. And then I am going to take a break and eat. Y'all won't even realize that there's been any time passed, but I'm taking a break and getting me some food since my husband brought me some. So what I want to do is on this first little fin here, actually, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open my book and I'm going to pull this page out. All right, so now I'm going to take the backing off of the first fin on both sides. And then I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac and I am going to put Fabri-Tac on both sides of the fin. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little page and I'm going to flip it like this. And I'm going to slide this on top of that fin and then just pinch it closed. And I'm just going to sit there and hold that for a minute until everything grabs good. Y'all, I just done it upside down. No, yeah, I did. I most certainly did. That's why I love Fabri-Tac. So let me get my glue eraser. Let me get that off real quick. That could have been bad if I hadn't realized it as soon as I did. Okay. Let me put some more glue on this. Since I made another boo-boo. See, I tell you guys, I tell y'all how not to craft. Come on, glue. Really? Okay, we're getting there eventually. Okay, now let's put the page on the right way. Now that's better. Oh, guys, I don't understand myself half the time. So I'm just wanting to hold that on there. And I am going to take my Barely Art and I'm going to go right here and I'm going to put a small little line at the top of that page to glue that page shut now. All right, so I'm going to go eat some dinner while this is drying. And then we will come back and get the other signature in and we'll see what all we can get done. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm back. I got something to eat. It's actually the next day or maybe even the day after. So we're going to finish up this signature and get it in. And then in the next video, we'll come back and do some decorating. Now, let me show you one thing I went ahead and done for the front spine here. You know, I had the 4 holes. I just put some elastic in there to make it into like a traveler's notebook insert. And then I just grabbed some papers and I just stapled them in the middle and then just stuck them in there. So now we have those 2 signatures. And then this is the signature that we've already put in and it looks good. So now we just need to decorate or put the papers and all on this. And then we will get this put into the next fin, the next journal. Let me see, where's everything at? I don't want to go doing stuff upside down. Okay, so let me get these papers off because it will confuse me if I don't. And y'all know I'm easy to get confused. So I'm just pulling this stuff out. And hopefully I'll know where everything goes. But there's no tellings with me. So if I forget, we'll just deal with it then. And then the last page here. And y'all see I am using scraps to put all my stuff in because there's no reason to not use these scraps up. Okay, so for our front page, what do I have? Okay, so I have this, and I'm thinking I was wanting it like this. Okay, And then I guess I was doing this maybe for a tag. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So let's go ahead and glue this piece down. So this is cut to be 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. Just like the others, and I'm just wanting to put it down and have a little bit of space around it, just like that. Now for this, we had this cut at 6 1/4 by 4 1/8, and then we scored on the 6 1/4 side. We scored at 3 1/8, and I like to put the. Did y'all see what I done? I like to put the white card down because it gives some journaling area. So I'm going to have to cut another little white piece, but I'm not going to do it right now because it will just go right there. And then this will go right here. This is a super cute journal, and this journal is available for sale. So if you're interested, reach out to me, because I'm going to try not to put it in my Etsy because I have to charge more for the ones that I put in Etsy because they charge so many fees. Now I'm just going to glue this on 3 sides so that we will leave this as a pocket. And I'm all done closed it shut. Y'all see that? So I'm just going to line it up and put it just like that. Now I'm not going to do anything with that just yet. All right, so for this page, this was our page 2, I believe. So I think I had it where I wanted this here, this here. This is a pocket, and this is going to be like this, but we'll use scraps for that. So let's go ahead and get these glued down. That's why I say if you cut, you know, kind of do all of your steps, all of the same steps at the same time, rather than cutting a piece, then gluing it in, then going back and finding another piece and cutting it and gluing it in. If you'll do all of the same type steps at the same time, you'll be okay. Y'all know what I done? No, that was right. I thought I was on the other page, the one that needed a magnet. But no. All right, let's glue this one down. I'm losing my mind. All right. Now that we got that down, now this is our pocket that I want to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on to the little pocket piece. And I just want to make sure I keep a little space all the way around it. Now you could punch a thumb pull in the pocket if you wanted to. I'm not going to though. And it's going to go right there. So let's glue this down first. I think that's about where I want it. And then I'm just going to grab a little piece of packing tape just because it just makes me feel a little bit better. And I'm just going to put that right there like that. And then now we can glue these sides down. Just like that. Okay, and so we have this, but I want to use scraps for that, so we'll come back to that. now we're on to this part, and we do need magnets for this. So what do I have for this? Did I not cut out a piece to go back here? It doesn't look like I did. I did not. So we will have to do that. Let's just use that's for the last page. Let's just use this. Let's cut it at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. If I know what I've done with my paper trimmer that I just had. And I must have ate. Give me 1 second, guys. I got it, I promise. Oh, here it is, right where it's supposed to be. I put it up. Imagine that. All right, so let's do this at 5 7/8 and 5 7/8. And that goes into our scraps. All right, and so we need a magnet there, but let me make sure that's going to fit first. Okay, let's go ahead and get our magnet down. And I'm just using these little ones here. These are some pretty strong magnets to be as little as they are. It just went flying to the side of the container. And I think I'm going to want the magnet about right there. All right, let's see if I can have any better luck at getting that off. There we go. And just going to stick that right there. And now let's glue this down. And like I said, we will come back. The next video will be the final video for this little album. We will do all of the decorating, and probably what I will do is once this video is done, when I cut it off, I'll grab all of my little offcuts and scraps, and I will make a, you know, I'll go through with my cutting dies and see what all I can make, like tags or little pockets or envelopes or, you know, whatever I can make with it. And that's what I will do. And then when we come back in the next video, we'll just start adding all of that stuff in and getting it completely embellished. So, and like I said, this one is available for sale. I am going to try not to put it in Etsy because I will have to up the price, probably $15 or $20 if I put it in Etsy. Just simply because they take so many fees. And if, you know, if I can save some money and save you guys some money, then that's what we'll do. All right. Now I'm just putting this down, lining that up. That's some good journaling spot there. Now I need to get this one and put it over on top of this magnet. Just like that. Make sure you don't get it on that fold line because we want it to be able to fold. Let's make sure our magnet, there we go. All right, and so this is going to go right there. I think that's how I had it. Or do I want that? I think I'm actually going to go with that design. That is not what I had planned, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's get this glued down. Just get it lined up. And there we go. So there is our little card that comes out. Like that. Okay. So now we have this over here, and I want this to go right here. So let's get that done. And we can even put a pocket on this or something. I don't know. We'll see what all scraps we have left over. And when we go to decorate in the next video, we'll get it all figured out. Okay. So for these go here, these go there. All right, let's go ahead and start gluing these down. So what I have, this white piece is going to go right here. I think I want to make the edges cute. Let's do that. So since I'm doing this to the back pages here, I'm going to have to do it to the pages that I am putting on top of it. And I sure hope my camera is still recording, because it is not on the screen. Okay, let me try and see. Yeah, it's still showing that it's recording, so I guess we'll keep working with it. Okay. So now this needs to be done here, which it don't really matter on this white paper. And I just drop glue down onto my other page. All right, so let's glue this down. Okay, so this I need to corner around these parts right there. Let's glue that down. Cute, cute, cute. And then the next one is this one. So let's corner around. And there we go. And then this one is going to go here, so we need to round these two corners. Okay. I'm liking it. There we go. And then we have this piece. Now, did I cut a 1-inch piece for our belly band thing? I don't know. I will have to see, because we're about to need we have to be able to do the magnet. So I don't know if I have a piece cut. Let's go ahead and get this done. So let's corner around this. And then let's stick our magnet down. And I just want to make sure that it'll close and cover the magnet. So I've done that. Let's grab a magnet. Put it down. Now let's go ahead and glue this down. Oh, I'm going to see, I got to erase some pencil marks on that. All right, and then we can go ahead and put our magnet on this, and then when we go to decorate the journal, we will get the papers and all for it. But we can go ahead and have our magnet on it so that I don't make a boo-boo and go ahead and cover it without it having the magnet. Let's see if I can get the backing off. Y'all know how I fight with this backing. Okay. And there's that. All right, so let's go on to our last page before we can put the signature in. And what I have for that, I want this to be my background piece. So let's go ahead and glue that down. And again, just keep it off of that spine area. All right. So I know I have a piece of white for here, a piece of white for here. I have this to go here, and I think I wanted white down here. I think that's how I wanted it. I think I am going to scallop these edges as well. I just like the look of it. So my magnets are going to go here and here. So let's go ahead and get our magnets done. Let me do these pages real quick so I don't forget. Okay. So let's see. This will go right here like that. So let's get 2 magnets put down. You could do 1 bigger magnet, but I like to do 2 smaller magnets closer to the edge. So I'm going to put 1 there and 1 here. And we will have this done, and we are about to glue this one in and then call this video done. And then we will come back in the next video and get it completely finished. Exciting. I love when they start coming together like this. All right, let's make sure that fits still. Okay. So now I'm just gluing this down. And once I get this glued down, then I can put my magnets on for the top page. Okay. Let's put our tape on those. All right. Come on, backing. Work with me, please. It acts like it wants to, and then it don't. There we go. And so there's that. Now let's put this on. And we are almost done with the second signature. And we are getting close to being able to put this in our little album. And there we go. And then now I need to put, did I have a white piece for this? I don't think I did. No. All right, let's do these bottom 2. I mean, I could put a backing on this, but I think I like it like that. So I'm just going to put the glue on this. I don't need the magnets there. I don't know why I put it on the top one, but maybe it was just a reminder. So I might have to erase some pencil mark, which is okay if I do. And now we need to, I did have a piece of white to go behind that. Oh well, we've already glued it down now. We're not going to stress over it now. Too late. I'm just putting that down. All right, then I have this belly band here. And so I am just going to glue this on. Just getting it lined up. And then I'll glue the two sides down. And then we're going to put this in our album. And then we will call this video done for the day. Okay. Now that we have that done, let me move my magnets. They're trying to jump all out. And set this to the side for now. Let's get our signature here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to take this out. All right, let's go ahead and get this backing off of this tape here. And let's put our fiber tack down on both sides. And hopefully I put this one in the right way the first time. All right. So it needs to be like that. I'm just making sure I got it the way I want it. Now I'm just going to open it, slide it onto that end, and then squeeze it shut. And then while that's there, let's turn this around and let's find that spot. Where is it? Right there. And I'm just going to put a little strip of glue right along that top. All right. And so that is done. And I'm going to put this paper clip on it. Just kind of hold everything together while that glue is drying. All right, let's see how this looks. Let's see, I think I want to close it this way to begin with. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But there you go, guys. Look how adorable. It's getting there. All right, come back for the next video and we'll get this all finished up and all decorated and have it completely done. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye.